So it have two types of triangles in trigonometry, the ugly one and the one that not so ugly. Right, we're gonna look at the not so ugly one first for trigonometry. Right. So under trigonometry, we have 90-degree angle triangles. What's another name for 90-degree angle triangles, guys?
Right angle.
Right,
Right angle.
right angle triangles. And if you are dealing with a right angle triangle, you need to either use Pythagoras theorem or you need to use trig ratios. These are the only things it could use. All right. Make this a little bigger. Right. And then there's the ugly type of triangles, right? These are the non-90-degree angle triangles. So non. Right, so these triangles are triangles that have no 90 degrees in them at all. And if you have this situation, then you will be looking at using the sine rule or the cosine rule, right? Those are the main things you'll need to deal with. And let me just draw a quick example. This is what a right angle triangle would look like. Of course, it must have a right angle in it somewhere. I want to make something real clear, guys. If you see a triangle and it don't have this in it, don't assume it's a right angle triangle, right? Must have. So that's an example of a right angle triangle. This would be an example of a non-90-degree angle triangle. Right? As you could see, there's no 90-degree angle. There's no 90-degree angles in that. Let me just put in some angles quickly. I could say that this is probably 60 degrees. I could say that this is. Oh, before we move on, guys, what's the sum of angles in a triangle? I believe you all should know this. What's the sum of angles in a triangle?
180
Okay, good,
degrees.
good. Please keep that in mind. Right, so okay, so just some quick knowledge, right? In general, what should this angle here be? Just asking. What should our angle be? If this is 108 and this is 32, what should this angle be? Guys, the silence is loud.
40.
40, right? Perfect.
40 degrees.
And you found that by adding up 32 and 108, you'd have got 140, and you took that away from 180, and you got 40 degrees. Great. Awesome. Right? So, Carissa, do you understand that these are the two types you need to be acquainted with, 90 and 90?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's start off with 90-degree angle triangles. It's the first thing we're going to start off with. Right? And we're going to start off with Pythagoras theorem. So, Perseus, I bet that what is confused here is trying to figure out where you had to use Pythagoras theorem, when you had to use the trig ratios, when you had to use the sine rule, when you had to use the cosine rule. That's probably confused here. Like trying to figure out when you had to use either one of them. Yeah or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me give you some guidelines, right? You would use Pythagoras theorem under these conditions, right? So use under these conditions and only these conditions. The first condition, triangle, it must be right angle triangle. If it's not a right angle triangle, what you doing? You cannot use Pythagoras theorem if it's not a right angle triangle, right? You must have two out of the three lengths. So Carissa, do you think Pythagoras theorem will work if I'm given one out of the three lengths?
No.
No, I can't do Pythagoras theorem if I don't have two lengths. So Perseus, what I'm telling you here will lay the foundation of you knowing when to use it, where how to use. So Pythagoras theorem, you use it if it's a right angle triangle, number one, and it must have two out of the three lengths. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Let's just say we had this triangle. Okay. And I said that this was this was B, this was C. If I told you that A was equal to 5 meters and C was equal to 3 meters, tell me, Perseus, could I find for B using Pythagoras theorem here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because it follows the rules, the conditions, right? We have
Yes, sir.
and is a right angle triangle. So yes, I would be able to do Pythagoras theorem on that. What about this situation? Would I still be able to use Pythagoras theorem on the second situation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What about this situation?
No, sir.
No. You're probably wondering now, well, what the heck is Pythagoras theorem, right? So generally speaking, Pythagoras theorem looks something like this. So I'll write it in words first, and then I'll write it using letters. So it is just simply the longest length, and we call the longest length the hypotenuse, right? So the longest length squared, and that will be equal to the other length, right? So the other length squared plus the other length squared. And another word for longest length is hypotenuse, right? Please get familiar with that. Hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is just simply the slanted line in the triangle, right? Because Carissa, and just by looking at it, this will be the longest line in the triangle if you compare it to this and this.
Yeah.
Right. right? So hypotenuse squared. Right, so let me give you an example, right? Let's use let's look at an example. So you all will see why I wrote the formula in terms of words. You go see why. So Amira, what if I had it? What if this side was A? So I'm going to say A here. This was A, this was B, and this was C. What is the longest length in this example? Tell me, Amira, in this A, right? So the longest length is A, so I'll say A squared, and that will be equal to the other lengths, some of the other lengths squared. So I'll say A squared is equal to uh anybody?
Squared plus C squared.
Right, B squared plus C squared. Great. Right? Now again, you'll see why I wrote it in terms of letters, like actual sentence. They love to change up the labeling of the diagram. So now every time you go see A, B, and C, sometimes you might see something like this. You might see A, B, C. And if it's like this, Carissa, if the diagram is labeled like this, right? Let me show you how you would interpret this. You would interpret this as B to C, right? So you would say B to C, and B to C would be for the hypotenuse, right? So you would say B to C, so I say BC squared, and take a guess as to what the others might be. So BC squared is equal to
AB plus AC
great.
squared.
So do you understand why I wrote like a sentence as opposed to using like a letter? Because if a lot of students would just confuse them, right? They would learn this one formula and they wouldn't be able to recognize that this is what it actually mean. So a lot of students, like, they might see this diagram and they might get confused. They mightn't know how to write the formula in terms of the given labels. So that's why I write it like this, right? Perseus, let me give you one to try. So right now, we're just getting all comfortable with the different notations and how to apply Pythagoras theorem to specific questions. All right, so Perseus are gonna throw you into the ocean a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. See. All right. So Perseus, first of all, what is the longest length in example 3? What's the longest length?
C.
C is the longest length, right? So we're going to say C squared, and C squared will be equal to
C squared will be equal to E squared and plus D squared.
great. So
I don't know if it was,
say that again.
no, it's just I thought it was B at first, but to make sure I was seeing fine that it's D squared.
Okay. You okay with it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, nice. So it seems like we are okay with writing the formula in terms of the given labels. Joshua, let me know if you're confused by anything.
No, not confused.
All right, Joshua, remember when he was doing this over the holidays? And remember how I had showed you one specific formula and it was kind of hard to see it and apply it to all the other different types because it is real change up in labels. You know what I'm talking about?
I kind of didn't really remember that formula, not that specific formula.
The formula I would tell you to remember is the hypotenuse squared. Because Joshua, as you will see, right, in example 1, 2, and 3, and the hypotenuse changing, like watch, this one was labeled A, This one will be called BC. This one will be C. You understand?
And hinge.
Yeah. The label changing, right? So that's why I would just advise you to remember this. The hypotenuse squared plus the other length squared. Remember that and you'll be fine. Okay, great. Let's do our actual question. Example, I mean. Right, given the right angle, so guys, they will change up the orientation of the triangle. Don't get accustomed seeing the triangle in one specific way. They will change up the orientation. You can't rely on it to be looking one specific way, right? Yeah. All right, Perseus, first things first. Are the conditions met?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Can you tell me what Pythagoras theorem would look like in the context of this question?
It will look like
So what's the hypotenuse here?
A squared.
Now, A is the hypotenuse, but we're squaring it. So we're
Oh,
going to say
A.
A squared. So we're going to say A squared. And remember, it's equal to the lengths, the other lengths, some of the other lengths squared, right? So I'm going to say A squared, and that's going to be equal to what? So I need to write the formula first.
To B squared plus C squared.
Nice. And in the next line, we do this substitution. So do we know what A is?
No, sir.
Nah, so we leave that blank. Do we know what B is?
Yes, sir. 4 centimeters squared
Right, we're just going to write 4.
uh,
In the final answer, we write,
plus 3 squared.
okay, nice. Now we're going to work out that. What is 4 squared?
16,
What is 3 squared?
9,
What is 16 plus 9?
25.
Right. So Perseus, what is right? You remember if you had something like 7x is equal to 21, what would I do on both sides to find for x?
Divide,
Divide by what?
cancel. By 7.
Right. And divide by 7 because the opposite of multiplying by 7 is divide by 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so over here we have A squared. What's the opposite of squared? Do you know what's the opposite of squared?
No, sir.
All right, somebody in class, tell me, what's the opposite of squared? Mira, do you know? Opposite of squaring something.
I have no idea.
Check all your
There's a
calculator.
divide.
No, not divide. Not divide. Carissa, do you know what the opposite of squaring something is?
Um,
It kind of sounds like root. Well, I have roots in it.
The square root?
Yes. The opposite of square is square root. The opposite of cube is cube root. Yeah. So to find for a, you'll need to square root both sides because the square root function and the squaring function, they are the opposite of each other. So squaring something and then square rooting it will get rid of the squared. Right. So Perseus, the square root and the square, you can think of it like they canceling off, right? So in the next line, that'll just be e, right? And what's the square root of 25?
5.
Correct. Ria, it makes sense now?
Yeah, it makes sense.
And Mira, you said I was real confused, right? Mira,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
let me try to understand something, right? When you're squaring something, and you multiply a number by itself,
Yeah.
right? So like, let me just take 25 for example. When I find the square root of 25, and I'm asking myself, what two numbers what two same numbers would multiply to give me 25? And that's what I'm asking myself. If I want to find the square root of 25, and I'm asking myself, okay, what two same numbers when multiplied would give me 25?
5.
5. So can you see how they are the opposite function of each other? Because when you square something, you're multiplying something by itself, right? But when you find the square root of something, you're actually trying to figure out what you multiplied to get the answer. They're the opposite of each other.
Okay.
You see how they're undoing each other? Like what? Like 25. How did we get 25? If you want to know that, just find the square root of 25. 5. You see how it undoes? Like they undo each other in a sense. You see now, you're not seeing that.
Seeing it.
Okay. Like watch, if I find the square root of 64, and that would tell us what two numbers I have to multiply by each other to get back 64. And that'll be 8, right? So
Yeah.
square root and square, they're the opposite of each other. Carissa, do you understand? Let me know if you understand the square root part.
Yeah.
You understand it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I want you all to copy down this example while I put on another example on the screen. All right, so I would like you all to attempt question 2. If you get a fraction, if you get a decimal, please round it off to 2 decimal places for me. All right, so in part 2, they want us to find for C. All right, so again, your first step is to write Pythagoras theorem in terms of your question, right? So, Carissa, in question 2, will A still be the hypotenuse?
No,
Say that again?
no, it would not be.
Nah, so the formula would have to change. Right? And Carissa, don't forget to pay units, right?
Okay.
Right? But okay, one thing though, in the second, it okay, you do the correct thing, right? But the C looking like a E in some instances.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Like when I look at that, right?
Yeah.
I was like, E is where you get E from? Where you get E from? I realized I was a C. Excellent job, Perseus. All right. So wait there. 1 second. Carissa, the baby still learning maths.
Outside right now.
Hey, boy, you had to train them from young. You had to like by the time that then by the time they reach in secondary school.
Carissa, you sound like as if you're crying though.
Who's that?
No.
Carissa,
She
didn't you hear how she was talking just now? She was sounding as if she was crying just now.
Carissa, are you feeling down?
No, I good. It's just everybody else talking outside, the baby hearing.
Oh, okay. Once you're good.
Yeah.
But by the time the baby in secondary school in Form 1, they're gonna know Form 5 work, Be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Light
I
years.
too much. I tired. I should stay outside. I'm not
Right.
even.
So, Ria, I set around it off the 2 decimal places, eh? So 12.3 is a bit wrong. It's actually a decent bit wrong. The working is correct.
I didn't hear that part.
No, but like still though, how you get 12.3? I'm confused about that. Let me show you why, right? So let's do the question. All right, so Joshua, if this is our triangle, tell me what Pythagoras theorem would look like for it.
Would it be c squared equals to a squared plus b squared?
Yep. And what's the next
And
one?
c squared equals to 7 squared plus 10 squared, and c squared equals to 49 plus 100. And c squared in square root equals to square root 149. And then c equals to 12.20 centimeters.
That sounds about right. Excellent job. You remember when this stuff used to give you trouble? Now you're mashing it up. Right. Okay. So I'm going to put it into the calculator. Square root of 149. I'm getting 12.2. Okay. So Joshua, we want to round it off to 2 decimal places, right? So the second decimal place is 0. The number after 0 is 6. So we're going to round up. So 12.21. That's the answer you're supposed to get. 12.21 centimeters in brackets to 2 dp. Please, in maths, right? Put in brackets what you rounded it off to. Right. Yeah, so Ria, how you get 12.3?
So I I rounded up to 1 decimal place.
Even if you did do that, the number after 2 is 0. So
Oh,
that would be 12.2.
I think so I have no idea. But I know what I do wrong. I just can't explain it, but I understand now.
Okay. All right. Let me change up things a bit, right? Okay. Perseus, you see how easy this thing is? Like, so far it's real easy, right? Perseus? Okay, Perseus, are you with us? Not sure what's going on with Perseus. Like
We
Sky.
lost Priscilla.
No, so I'm here. I'm here. I'm actually here, so sorry. Well, computer giving me a little trouble.
Oh.
Can I stick? Sorry.
Speaking of which, Sky, good night. I know last class you wasn't able to talk, but I hope you're able to talk to this in this class.
Yes, sir. Good night.
How are you? Good night, good night.
A lot better, sir.
I knew you was sick. I'm glad to hear you're feeling a lot better. However, did you make other people sick? Did you contaminate? Did you contaminate others?
No, sir. I behave.
You know that kind of chaotic evil.
Nah.
Okay, that's good. All right. So I would like you all, now this question is a bit different, right? I would like you all to find this length for me. Would you all like me to do an example with you? Or you think you could handle this? This is just algebra. It's algebra. Ria, you think you'd be able to handle it?
So I could try.
Okay, give it a try. I'll give it like 5 minutes, right? So by 8:28, no matter what I come up with, I will do the question. You have anybody here in classes be like chronically on TikTok? Okay. What is this purple profile picture about?
Yes.
Like I seen everybody talking about some purple PFP. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, mic unmuted. We hear any process. You know how to unmute. You know how to mute. Like like TikTok, yeah, I'm talking about trigonometry and that is what pop up on my feed. A trigonometry cake. Wow. All right, one more minute, guys. How things looking? Guys, why are we so quiet for? We locked in. Guys, like nobody. What? Joshua, is everything all right?
Yes, miss. Sir.
Wait, what? Ain't no way.
That
Ain't no,
was a mistake.
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That was a mistake.
Wait,
That was a mistake.
your mom gonna laugh when I tell she
That
this.
was a mistake.
It's fine, it's fine. We getting through?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so the time is up, right? Let me do the question on the board. So, did you all make any progress? Ria, make any progress?
So I write something.
Okay. Well, let me tell me what Pythagoras theorem, what was the equation that came up with the Pythagoras theorem?
The longest side squared
All right, what was the longest
equals
side
the
here? All right, what was the longest side here?
is it the 15
Right, so
meters?
we're gonna say AC squared, and AC squared is going to be equal to what?
15 meters.
No, we need to write Pythagoras
No.
first. So AC squared,
Oh, right. Sorry. AB plus BC square.
right? Now we can plug in. right? We could plug in the values we have. So what was AC?
15 square
Right? What was AB?
equals,
Do we know what AB is?
no, so it's AB
Mm-hmm.
plus 5 squared.
Right. What's 15 squared?
225.
Right, so 225 is equal to AB squared plus 25, right?
Yeah.
What's the
But at
next?
least I do something right, I think. But I write it the other way instead. I write 25 plus AB squared. That's fine, or we had to write it like how you do it.
Let me see working. Depending on how you write it, working is fine. Right? But
So
but
it kind of sad I didn't get very far, but I basically write what you did. It's just like the other way around.
if you wrote your equation as AB squared plus BC squared is equal to AC squared, then you're correct. Only if you write that. Like if you have
Okay.
and this, you're fine, right? So AB squared, 5 squared. Yeah, if you have this, it should be fine. Right? Okay.
Okay.
So we are trying to make what the subject in this scenario. What are we trying to find for?
AB squared.
Right. So I need to find some way to make AB squared be on the what side?
The left side.
Right. So what I could do with this equation?
You could flip it.
If I flip it, what I'm going to end up with?
AB squared plus 25 equals to 225.
Right? What next?
You could move the 25 across. So it'll be AB squared equals to 225 minus 25,
Perfect.
which would be AB squared equals to 200.
And we square it at 200 to two decimal places.
14.15.
Just make sure. Yeah. No, 14.14. How you get 14.15? Because watch. The second decimal place is 4. The number after 4 is 2. 2 is less than 5. So we round down.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay.
If you lose a mark like that, serious, like, careful.
We have to thing it to do decimal point.
Yeah. This is the standard. Two decimal places.
I need to brush up on my decimals.
Either two decimal places or 3 SF. Right? But just stick with two decimal places. All right. Is there anything here that you did not like you all didn't understand? Carissa, was there anything I did that really confused you here?
Oh,
No, were you able to get the correct answer?
yeah.
All right. Priscilla, I didn't get anything from you. Someone going on.
So I get lost in the second part too. Because at first I was thinking of to take it away. I was thinking of the takeaway. I was overthinking at that point.
Yeah, let me show you another way I work this out, which is what I think you was doing.
Because I did AB squared. I didn't write it that way. I wrote it the other way.
Watch this, right? 225 is equal to AB squared plus 25. If you decide to move across the AB squared, you're gonna end up with but this will be a little troublesome, right? Minus AB squared, and that will be equal to 25. You move across the 225, that'll be minus AB squared equal to 25 minus 225. You're gonna end up with minus AB squared equals to minus 200. You cannot find the square root of a negative number, so you need to get rid of the negatives before you could continue. So just multiply both sides by -1. So -1 by negative AB squared is just AB squared, right? And negative 200 by -1 is 200. And from here, you could just find the square root on both sides. So AB would be equal to the square root of 200. So that's the alternative solution, right? But Perseus, like I said, algebra will be a great enemy in this, right? You gotta work on your algebra skills. So let's try to understand what's happening here. Which method do you prefer? This one or this one?
The first one, sir.
Okay, let me show you how to do the first one, right? So did you come up with this equation for Pythagoras theorem?
Well, actually, no, sir. I put the AB in front of the AC.
Wait a minute. Wait. Ria, did you think that this was the longest side in triangle?
No,
Yeah.
I said is A to C.
Okay, good. Let me give you a little hack, right? The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. If you yes, I understand why you got a different answer now, right? The hypotenuse is always opposite, is always the side opposite the right angle. So Priscilla is probably wondering, well, what do I mean? Sure, what I mean, right? Watch. This is what I mean. Right? So A is the longest because it's opposite is the side opposite to the right angle. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me get another example. It's another example. BC is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. C is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. A is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. C is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. And AC is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you would have gotten, if you did it correctly, you would have got AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared because this is the longest side. Now AC is 15, so I'll say 15 squared. We don't know what AB is, so I'll leave that blank. B to C is 5, so I write 5 squared. So 15 squared is 225. 5 squared is 25. Now I want to find for AB. Notice that AB is on the right-hand side. So what you could do is you could swap the left-hand side with the right-hand side. So I take this and I put it over here, and I take this and I put it over here. That's all. Then I move across to 25. I get 225 minus 25, which is 200. I find the square roots on both sides, and I end up with AB to be 14.14. Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, I think what got me confused was the flip. When with how that was like with the triangle, right? Why does B? I think that is what get me confused.
Like how I draw it.
Yeah. That is mostly what get my tie up there.
And here what, right? If any exam, if you're feeling like you have trust issues, like no joke, measure it. Measure it, right? Watch. The hypotenuse is the longest side in the triangle. This AB looking like, if I measure it here, is like roughly 3.25, right? 3.25 centimeters. If I measure that, how much that is? A to C. If you measure the length of A to C, start from 0. That looking like 4.1.
4 point
4.15.
4.1 or 1.5. Okay.
Right? So you could clearly see that this is longer than this. If in the exam you forget, just measure it with a ruler. I'm being serious. Measure with a ruler and done.
Okay.
Yeah. But the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. That's a really important fact. Joshua, were you able to get this question correct in its entirety?
I get 15.81.
That's a new looking. All right, let's do our next question.
So I think Joshua did the same looking that I did. Yeah.
Joshua, did you okay, Joshua, what is the hypotenuse here? Like when you did it, what did you think the hypotenuse was?
I send it to you.
Or Joshua, you thought AB was the hypotenuse?
Yeah.
Okay. So Joshua, just remember, right? The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. Right? So you see how the right angle over here? Take an arrow and point in the opposite direction, and that will take you to the correct hypotenuse. Understand? Joshua?
Yes, Mr. Rajiv.
Just gonna say missed it just now. Uh, all right, let me give you our next question. So by the end of tonight, all you need to be able to like master Pythagoras. Like all you should be really good in Pythagoras theorem. Mira, I didn't get anything from you. You okay?
Yeah. I see what I do wrong.
Did you label it wrong? Like, did you use the wrong hypotenuse?
Yeah.
Okay, again,
I do exactly what Perseus did.
and Joshua did. Okay. Here
Yeah.
what, right? My advice is start off at the right angle and just point in the opposite direction. That will show you the correct hypotenuse. Right? So try question 4. So, right, so try question 4 for me, guys. Oh, by the way, guys, I forget to say Happy Children's Day. But I feel like most of the here is not really children. So, should I say that for the Form 4s? All right, Ria, you are 100% correct. All right,
Thanks, sir.
Carissa, you are also 100% correct. Good job. Oh, you see them sad Christmas trees in Trinity?
So I thought that was AI, when I see the video.
Not I real. It looks sad. It looks real sad.
So what going on with Trinity?
I don't know. And Trinity had this depressed vibe. Every time I go
No,
Trinity,
because everybody going these kids.
no, but like Trinity so much. Like, okay, I'll be real with you, right? I prefer Trinity. Like when I go in Trinity, I feel I can have a lot more stuff in Trinity than in Eastgate, honestly.
So you find I feel like everything closed down in Trinity. And let me tell you something. Once or if Eastgate ever get like a theater or something, that is it. Because it's like the only thing holding Trinity
That is that.
together is the theater.
Yes, I tell you, like, okay, and the food. I feel like okay. This is my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's true.
I feel like the food options, and okay, I a big bag, a real big bag. I will go just for food, right? Me, I can
Swear.
beyond, I will go for it, and that's why I was go Trinity. I'll go Trinity because of the food. Have I can watch a movie. Boy, I would pick Trinity over Eastgates. I find it's embarrassing that Eastgates don't have a like, bro.
I feel like the only reason they're not bringing one there, I don't know if they have plans for the future, however, But the only reason them bringing one there is if they do, then Trinity will just like,
It still exists.
yeah. So somebody had to, have a little bit of competition.
Yeah. Like,
But them decorations, no. Mm-mm.
it's
Where the budget? What went on?
it's like, you know what I mean? We're in the ghetto, ra-ta-ta-ta. You know what I mean? That is how it's feeling in Trinity. Drill sad in Trinity. Mind you, I from
Damn.
Georgia, but I don't really go Trinity much. Like, I went Trinity recently because the last time I went Trinity, I was like a kid. And it was,
What?
yeah, like I haven't been to Trinity much. I know that old like that. But like when I went Trinity, I was like, the place cannot change. It is not what I used to remember it. Like I was because when I was younger, all of these stores was open, they used to put in efforts. It's just sad.
Yeah, and like everything closed, and it only have a few stores, just like they and scatter about, and it's just right, real sad.
I wonder why that happened.
Eastgate.
And wait, you from North. So like you don't really go to the city?
I don't really go where?
Oh,
Trinity?
no Gulf City.
Gulf City, no, I don't go often. But I heard the decorations were real pretty.
Yes, I went Gulf City the other day and like it had snow and thing.
Damn,
Yeah, them
that's
has
enough to sell me, to be honest.
how all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Perseus. Perseus? Yeah, remember? If you
Yes,
are if you are, good job. Good job.
就是汉人的把 Santa。
Uh, you do an excellent job. Full marks. Nice. Sky, Joshua,
那个美
Mira are waiting on you guys, eh? Are waiting, eh, guys? Joshua, what is the hypotenuse in this question?
G.
Which one is the hypotenuse?
G.
G? No, G is not the hypotenuse.
It's E then?
Yes, E. Remember what I said? The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. So like, okay, Joshua, you see this point here?
Yeah.
You see this? Just point in that direction. Point in that direction, and I will show you where the hypotenuse is. That's it. So think of this as an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Mira, I didn't get anything from you. You all right?
Yeah, just working it out.
Yo, okay. Um, Selma, things looking good. Oh,
It's
but
looking promising this time. It's actually looking promising.
okay, I'll tell you the answer, right? The answer is supposed to be 6. If I don't get 6, hard locks. Right. So for those of you that figured out the question, let me give you all some. Let me give you another question, right? We still have enough time to finish the entirety of right angle triangles. The next thing we had to look at is trivial shows, which is easy as well. Right, so this is the end game question. This is the end game question. Joshua, if you don't get 6 as the answer, you're doing something wrong. So make sure you get 6 as the answer. Right, so find the perpendicular right, so those of you that got through with 4, move on to this question. It only looks hard. I promise you that. I think you all could figure it out. So I'll start off by saying this, right? This is not a right angle triangle. Figure out what you could do to make it a right angle triangle. Right, so find the perpendicular height from AC to the apex at ABC. I give all that big hint just now. Big, huge hint. Huge hint. Right. So Mira, did you get an answer? Okay, Mira, I'm not hearing from you. Joshua, what about you?
The one that's same with A, B, and C?
No, this one.
Oh yeah, get 6 as the answer.
All right. Nice. Son, you're looking. Let me see what you do. Right? You use E as the hypotenuse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Easy, correct hypotenuse. Mira, Mira, please unmute. Let me know what's going on. You can't be lost or struggling and not say something. I need to make sure you understand.
Hello, sorry, I was second.
You get the answer or no?
Yeah,
Mr. Rajiv,
Yeah, Joshua?
when you were doing it just now, what did you put first?
Give me my purpose.
For number 4.
Okay, I didn't do the question yet, right? I'm gonna do the question on the screen. So Mira, what first of all, tell me, what is the hypotenuse? What is the hypotenuse? Tell me, Mira.
E.
E. E is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. Okay, right? So what is the formula we're going to write? Then Mira, tell me. Mira, what's the formula we're going
Okay,
to
so G square
no,
equals,
no, not G squared.
no,
Not G squared. Watch. What does the formula say?
the hypotenuse equals other side plus other side, which is the longest side.
Right. What's the longest side in this triangle?
E.
Right. So easy hypotenuse. So tell me the correct formula.
Okay, so E squared equals F squared plus G squared.
Right. Joshua, did you write this? The formula? Okay, I'm not hearing Joshua. Mira, let's continue. So you have this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what is E?
E is 10 meters.
So we do have already meters, which come 10 squared, right?
10 squared, yeah.
What's F?
F is 8.
Do we know what G
8
is?
squared. And G is just G.
Right.
Or G squared.
Okay. What's 10 squared?
100.
Right. What is 8 squared?
8 squared is 64.
Right? Plus G squared. Okay, what's next?
So it'll be G squared equals 100. Take away 64.
Right? Because you move across the 64.
Hmm?
Because you move across the 64 and then you swap it. So
Yeah.
you will say 100 minus 64 is equal to G squared. Then you switch it. So you say G squared is equal to 100. Okay, cool. Yeah, what's next?
Okay. So G squared will equal to 36. And then you find the square root of 36, which is 6.
Nice. Right? So that's the ideal weekend there. Sky, I didn't hear from you in a while. Let me know what's going on, Sky.
So I work it out exactly like you work it out there just now.
Okay, and you get E6?
Yes, I message you in chat.
Okay, okay. Let me check this. Let me check chat. Okay, nice. Nice. I didn't see that message. Okay, good. Okay, so we on to the toughest question yet. Once you all can get this correct, we'll move on to trig ratios. Right, so like sine, cos, tan, all that good stuff. And so find the perpendicular height from AC to the apex of triangle ABC. This is our actual question might come in the exam. Okay, good job, Joshua. That's correct. Guys, any of you all know about Wicked? You guys know about the movie Wicked? Like with Ariana Grande and Cynthia?
I did not watch it, but I know about it.
You don't find like the actors getting like insanely skinny, like some points where it's like unhealthy. Like
I mean, yeah.
now
I find the way that act around each other is weird, is more weird.
it is weird.
And
Like
every interview, what did you have for breakfast? and then
In a real way, I couldn't real way, real.
details.
I see this video where what to send it to you. Hilarious. This Ozempic thing where people taking it too far, bro. Real far. And you know what's Ozempic? Real, you know what's that?
Yeah, and that is something people just used to like
Yes, skinny.
lose weight. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Wait, you know who Ricardo Avocado is?
Yes. And I had nobody to talk to about it.
Wait, that's crazy. Yes, like his transformation was insane. And now he has a girlfriend. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he like
Yeah, he was, but
gay? What?
I yeah, he gets a real body. I don't know how.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw this video. Like the way Cynthia lunged at she was just like, damn.
Yes.
And like everybody was talking about she muscles.
Wakanda forever. Okay, Perseus, I see you. I see you. Um, so Perseus, you said the base. Okay, the base. Okay. I needed to understand that this is not an angle. 14 centimeters is our length. That's the base
Oh
length.
yeah.
That's not an angle.
I mean, I'll
Now, AC, all right, C to B, yeah. Centers on isosceles triangle. Center space is 14. Yeah, your logic is wrong, but yeah. Okay, at least in logic, you're right here. I think you had the correct thing in your head. And look, it seems to
you have to show me how to actually do the right wicked foot.
okay, I'll go do that. Yeah, sure, no problem, Sky. But you have the correct idea by cutting it in half and getting the 7, right? You had that correct. Yeah, you see, it seems to be that you get the correct answer. Just the logic is a little wrong. There's an interesting name, Ria. I am JK. JK is me.
Say it another read out loud like
Oh,
that. Oh god, I'm a little nerd, jeez.
I didn't reveal the handle. The handle is even weirder.
No, don't do that. That is not okay. So like I had that account for like years, and I just don't ever change my my usernames, and it's just remained there until I realized one day, wait, nah, look how long I had this, and then yeah, tomorrow that's going to go.
Nostrils.
Yeah, actually bring it to my attention. Thanks.
Sorry. I was so confused. Wait, I now realize you don't follow the TikTok. What? That's crazy.
I
Is it
don't.
No,
Is
like,
it name JK? Jungkook from BTS?
yes, that is so John Cook.
Yes, it does. He's actually my PFP too. That's
I'm
not gonna
alright.
change, but like
Okay.
honestly.
That's your stance?
Yeah. Yeah. So I am so sorry. I didn't even realize I wasn't following.
It's crazy. Wait,
My bad. I humbly apologize.
that's break my heart.
Fixed.
If your own kind, yes.
So don't say that.
If follow any TikTok by now, what you doing? Right? Go follow.
We're doing trigonometry on a Tuesday night.
Whoa, trigonometry Tuesdays. Wait. Ah boy, I'm right. Trigonometry Tuesdays. Let's go. Trigonometry Tuesdays.
Sadly, it's quote me.
I'll quote. Yeah. I'll say I am leakage.
Oh, actually, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, you could do that.
No, we're using nostril one.
No.
Trigonometry Tuesday. At
For a second, I thought the whole class was just going, no, my TikTok username. Now they just call on that hole and die.
I wouldn't do that. Should I? Nah, I wouldn't do that.
So they want to go bald.
Yeah, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Me and Perseus will go on here.
Uh, I would turn to Cynthia.
Huh? Me?
No. Is it like from Wicked, the actor?
Oh yeah, I saw the movie. I'm gonna see it again. I'm gonna see part 2. I
I'm
think
gonna,
this month with a
I'll get bored like that.
yeah, she's gonna sponsor me, so I have nothing to worry about. I was like, if you take me to see movies, you have to sponsor.
Who's
Straight
that?
up. One of her friends, she's working, so she had to do the sponsoring.
Makes sense. I agree.
But I don't know, so I feel like I have beef with Ariana Grande in that movie.
I never watched it, so I don't know. Like I started, but like it was just killing me. I could not stand it. Could not stand it.
A movie have like 5 seconds to please my attention span before I continue to watch it. And
You know
Wicked
what I
was
mean? I think it's the singing, too much singing. Even though it's a musical, but oh my, the song's long.
Yeah, I can't stand it. I really just can't stand it. All right, let me continue, right? I'm not sure how much I'll get through this question. Mira, let's do this question together. I'd like you to read the question for me. So Mira, read that question.
Find the perpendicular height of AC to the apex of, was that thing ABC?
What does it look like? I promise it.
A triangle, a baby triangle.
Yes. Right, so they want us to find the perpendicular height. Now, we should know that perpendicular means 90 degrees too. From maths, remember we look at perpendicular lines. Mira, if you was in the form 4 classes, you don't know for sure what perpendicular means.
I was partially in the form 4 class.
Okay. So we want to find the perpendicular height to AC, right? So perpendicular to AC would be this, right? From AC to the apex. The apex is like the top vertex. So B, right? So they want us to figure out this. So they want us to figure out. Right. So are they with me? I'm gonna follow with me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna label this thing H for height. Makes sense. Right? Now, by me cutting the triangle in half, what kind of triangle did I make? Carissa, could you tell me? By me cutting the triangle in half, what kind of triangle did I make in the process? Carissa? Can I hear Carissa? Maria?
right angle.
You're right. Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I should probably just curl up in a ball and die. These dumb jokes. So not funny. It's funny. I think that's the beauty of it.
I think it's your awkwardness does make it funny. So don't call up on a hole and die. Leave that to us.
I think it's how unfunny it is as make it funny. Go ahead.
Yeah. Plus, you've seen my TikTok username, so there's nothing more embarrassing than that. Even though it really not that serious. But yeah.
I know they see me ball, so without here. So I mean, like, it even.
And my defense, I was Photoshop, it wasn't real.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think I would rock that ball look very well. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not gonna happen. That is stuff of nightmare. Right. So Mira, do you understand that by me cutting the triangle in half, I end up with two right angle triangles?
Yes.
Great. I end up with two right angle triangles. Does it matter which one I use?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either because watch, the hypotenuse for both of them is 9. And you can see that.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Um, we could probably call this point O. Why not? Right? This would be B. Right, so Mira, do you understand that the height for both of the halves would be the same, exact same height?
Yes, because it just split in half.
Right. Split in the middle, you know. And anyways, it's a bad joke. I don't know if I know that song. Right, but
I was about to laugh at, but I didn't know if I should. So okay. So I would assume that is half of 14, because the
right,
whole thing is 40 centimeters and it's half. So half
right.
of 14 is 7. So 7 on each side.
Great deduction skills, Sherlock Holmes. Next big it had this movie with Millie Bobby Brown, Enola Holmes. Don't know if you know about it.
Oh yeah, watch that.
That's you.
That is me.
Yeah, right?
Next year for Halloween, I'll dress up as Sherlock.
Shouldn't you dress up as Enola?
And it's kind of practically the same thing.
No,
Not really.
and
But
Enola
the
is,
same concept.
yeah. Unless you really just wanna cross dress, which I can't say anything about that. You do you, you know? You wanna get we're gonna buy like one of those fake mustaches.
Yes, actually. Because
Right.
I saw two people when I had went to a Halloween party. The two of them were Mario and Luigi. And Mario was short and fat, and Luigi was like real tall and skinny, and I just find that hilarious.
And
And they had fake mustaches as well, so that was cool.
some people dress up as Bobinski. That was real funny. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know if I know who that is either.
Mr. Bobinski from Coraline.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I saw somebody dress up as the Lorax, the
I know
orange
exactly
thing.
the video you're talking about. I
Oh.
know the video you're talking about.
And
Right.
the man was just walking around in the party, and I was like, what the hell?
I
It was
I
so
feel like I
funny.
respect people that do it for the plot as opposed to the aesthetics. You know, like like some ladies will like shave their head and like put wigs on. Very funny, boy. I feel like that genuinely more funny than
That's real dedication, though.
yeah.
That's real dedication. Because somebody had actually dressed up as like Papa Smurf, right? And like by the time he hung up people for pictures, everybody was blue.
That's crazy. Oh, that's genuinely funny. So let me be dedicated to the question and finish the question. We could do it, right? So you're with me so far, right?
Yep.
Which triangle they want to pick? It don't matter which one you pick, it's more or less the same thing.
Um, Well, BC, since we already on the right side.
Okay, word. Right. So tell me, what would Pythagoras theorem look like for this for this? I would say, what would the formula look like?
It will be BC squared equals to OC or CO plus OB squared.
Right. BC is 9. I'm gonna say 9 squared. OC 7, so I'm gonna say 7 squared. And OB is what? What are we saying OB is?
OB is OB.
H. Calling that H. H.
You cannot do the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, you know, from Star Wars. That
Yes.
because OB.
Well, it'll be real funny. The answer was was starting with 1, so be OB1. That'll be funny. I think the answer.
That is funny, actually.
I think the answer
That's
gonna
right.
start with 1 though. We can see, right? So 9 squared is 81. 7 squared is 49. Right? Well, switcheroo. We're gonna end up with Mira. I don't know.
You're gonna end up with H squared is equal,
Mm-hmm.
moving the H to the left.
Right? Wait.
H squared is equal to 81 minus 49. Which is equal to
That'll be 30. That'll be 32.
32. Well, you could say square root 32, yeah. Which is equal to 16. Oh, wait, what?
What?
Oh, I know what I do. I know what I do. I know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. I know. I was thinking what multiply by what giving you 32. That making sense?
Wait, I was yawning.
Oh God.
Wait, let me show you something, right? 5 squared is what? What's 5 squared?
25.
What is 6 squared?
36.
So that means our answer needs to be in between 5 and 6 to get 32.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You understand? So that's what we get 5.65.
Yeah, no, my brain just lagged it for 2 seconds.
That's okay. Right? So that'll be 5.67, no, 5.66, right? So that's the answer there. 5.66 centimeters. And this is the kind of question you could expect in the exam. This is how it would come, right? 5.76. 5.76 is wrong. Because if I find the square root at 32, I'm gonna get 5.66. Sky, was your working just like mine?
So you can say that one more time.
Was your working exactly like my working?
Yeah, so up until H equals 5.66. So I just rounded off the 6 and the 5
Wait.
from the
Wait, watch this, right? So we have 5 point. I don't want to lose on all your marks for rounding off because you will lose 1 mark if you round off incorrectly. 5.656854.249. Okay, Sky, 2 decimal places, right? We typically always round off to 2 decimal places. Where's my second decimal place?
5,
Number after 5 is
6.
so 5.66. Can round up. Increase 5 by 1.
Okay, so
And if I did what you did, watch. So you round off to the nearest decimal place, 1 dp. That would be 5.70. Because number after 6 is 5. So you would increase 6 by 1 and drop all the numbers. So 5.70. If I round it off to 1 decimal place, I'm not sure how you get 5.76. Yeah, I'll explain that one to me.
um, I know the mistake that I make now, and I know the correct answer now.
Good, because I do like if that question is 3 marks, you're gonna get 2 marks to round off incorrectly. I think that's crazy to lose marks for rounding off incorrectly. That's like so sad. You do everything correct, but like you just round off incorrectly. That genuinely is sad. Right? So here what? In the next class, we're gonna look at trig ratios, right? And we're going to start I'll do some past papers, right? And then after that, we're gonna look at non-90-degree angle triangles. So Perseus, trigonometry. What do you think about this so far?
Okay, this part is okay, but I'll tell you when we reach bearings, then I'll see. Then
I'm telling you, like all of this stuff easy is just I don't know, like I'll show you all the hacks, like it easy, I promise.
I just don't understand. Okay, I understand as well, but how the hell I couldn't get it when I did past maths classes?
I don't know, but you will get it this time.
I think it's because how the teachers used to rush down the work in a way too that could have added to it.
I think so because like in a public school, teachers don't really cater to like slower students. They just cater for like the faster ones and they just like speed ahead. But like in my classes, I try to be like real slow. But also like not so slow to the point where it's like you're dying.
Yes, because I could understand like for English and those other subjects, but when it comes to maths, like slow down.
Yeah, you need to see these steps and you need to understand why you do what you do. Otherwise, you're gonna get lost real fast. So like just some clarifications, right? This is not
I
the base
did
angle.
trigs.
So I know I make a mistake with putting that as an angle. That
This
was my bad.
those would be base angles. Yeah. Right.
I
Great.
was supposed to just write it only, not a base angle.
Yeah. Your answer not supposed to have anything about base angles, right? Ria, I believe you was gonna say something.
No, I was just saying, my class when I was doing maths, we didn't even do trigs.
Are
So
you
I
sure?
know I don't even know anything. Like this is the first time I'm doing trigs. Like here,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So I was like, all they did trigs.
if I find it is though, like it going easy so far.
Like yeah, but this question was a little kind of
You had to think. You definitely
thing. But yeah, in general, it easy starting up at least.
you understand I had to cut it in half to form a right angle triangle to apply Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah.
Nice. Right? So yeah, that's it for class today. I hope all you have a blessed night. I will send these notes
Yeah.
one time. All right.
So, but if I did only get somebody who could have helped me with that maths SB, I don't think I wouldn't have need to do paper 3 because my teacher did not want to help me with that maths SB. I think my teacher had favorites in class. My maths teacher, she had favorites.
And what school you went to?
So she just thought to her side as if we were some as you were nothing. She just tossed to her side like you're nothing.
Yeah, something like that. She mostly helped like the ones who mostly like really good in maths, and the rest of us she just like whatever.
That's the problem.
Wait,
That's like public school fair. It's sad.
Because
It's real sad because
I needed help. My parents don't know anything about maths, and I was struggling with that SP.
like I feel like teachers who take their
Hmm.
job serious enough. It's like crazy.
Because my social studies teacher actually
wait,
mentioned she
no.
doesn't
Hold
want to
on.
teach in different place.
Excuse Precious.
Yeah.
What school are you in?
No, I actually finished school. The school I went to was Valencia High.
Valencia High.
Alexia High?
Okay.
Yeah, Valencia High. The English teacher, she was the best. Out of all the teachers, my English teacher, she was the best. And the IT teacher too.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
The maths teacher and the social studies teacher, them had favorites.
What about your Spanish teacher?
She was barely in class. She used to
Wait,
rush down your work too.
for real? You never came to class?
She was barely in class, especially when we had to like start this was during COVID when we had to start doing I think it was the writing in Spanish, like the paragraphs, right? It had so much weeks we missed and we couldn't even start it. And that I think that is what made me feel Spanish.
Wait,
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for you, Bridges.
You really go through this. You really went through it.
That is true, so that
Well, the teachers are way different than my school.
but the oral, I passed the oral. I did good in the oral, but for the
Wait,
writing,
it's a public school you're in, right, Bridges?
um went to went to.
You went to a public school. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm in a private school. I'm in Northgate College.
But when I did over, I didn't pass IT, but when the teacher said I did good for the ITSBA and I just had to do it over, that is when I attended a private school to do over maths and IT. But pass IT, didn't get the maths, and I try my hardest to get the maths.
You will get the maths. You will get the maths. You will. You will. You will. You have to. You will get it. Just please practice.
Because
Please practice.
I mean I had the best teacher right now, so yeah.
Yeah, your mama guy and your mama guy and I don't know what to
No,
talk about.
it's actually true. It's actually true. I just always tell my mom. Like she just asked me how class going. I was like, if I had this teacher before, if I had Sir before, I feel I would have passed maths already.
I
Percy wasn't saying anything to Sir directly. Head could get too big.
I feel like you're lying to me. I did just be trying. But I
Nah, sir. Honestly, no, like, don't let your head get too big. But
wait, I have a
use
sticker.
our
I have a sticker for you. Speaking I head real big.
because I mean, I don't pick up things fast in general,
Mm.
but things do stick with me. So how you gonna do that?
Great teacher, that's why. He's
I
an
was shut down
amazing
on the chat.
teacher.
I don't know what they were
Yeah,
talking
and so
like.
yeah, and he patient. Unlike public school teachers,
They're
there's
not
just like two examples, and then they will get a question that does not relate to the example at all. And if you don't get it, there's like, what wrong with you?
Yeah.
or they'll give you a test that same week
Like,
or the
make
next
it
day.
sense.
I tell you that there's just
But
I know it is be like to be like forgotten and not pay attention to and just like not have a good time. I just try to make sure I do that for you. Yeah.
so because in all honesty, I was planning to switch my IT teacher, you know.
It's gonna switch to IT teacher. No, but I
Yeah, because okay, the first IT teacher was a man. He actually kind of half Chinese, right? And he had a big belly,
wait
right?
now.
I'm gonna lie about that. He
This is
was
Stuart Young. This is Stuart Young we talking about.
no, so no. But yeah, he actually had a big tummy. He was fat. But he was a really, really amazing teacher. He had patience, but the female teacher, right? Like when it comes to like past papers, like as we finish GSBA, she just like posting past papers in the group. She ain't explaining nothing. She's just like